As finals week approached, I was not feeling myself at all. I woke up a few nights in a row because I was shaking so vividly from being so cold even though my body was radiating. I went home for the weekend just thinking it was the flu. After throwing up every single thing I tried to eat or drink, I knew I needed to seek medical attention immediately, and my mom had taken me to the ER knowing I hadn't gotten any better. Upon arriving to the ER, they did multiple tests on me to find that my liver enzyme levels were in the 600s when they're meant to be within the 30 to 40 range. I was so dehydrated from throwing up for 2 straight days, so they hooked me up to IVs. They were unsure why these levels were so incredibly high, which led them to do an ultrasound to see if my gallbladder was okay. They were unable to find it, which led them to believe that my gallbladder was possibly collapsed and would need removing. Due to my dehydration levels and no true diagnosis, I was admitted into the hospital to stay overnight. It was such a scary experience being in the hospital for 4 days, not knowing what was wrong with me. I was woken up at 4 a.m. every day to get my blood drawn to see where my levels were, and they were running every blood test they had on me. Every time a doctor would step in, I was praying for good news, but they would keep telling me another test came back negative. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. I would cry every time the doctor would tell me the word negative. I did not understand why this had to happen to me and what even caused this to happen. Between getting blood drawn and being told negative, I was in and out of my room getting MRIs, scans, and other tests done to me. Nothing was found from anything they had done to me. Of course, this was all at the best time possible, finals week. At this time, they had nothing else to do for me other than give me a liver biopsy so they could send it to Northside Atlanta to look at and see why my liver was so inflamed. All I did was cry because I had no answers, I missed my own bed, and I wanted to leave. They let me out on the 4th day even though they wanted me to stay another day because my liver enzyme levels were still very high. I told them I wanted to go home and that I could not stay any longer. It took a week to hear back from them, and I had scheduled a follow-up appointment at the liver specialist that I was referred to further my blood work and appointments with. I told my mom that I felt that the doctors were going to give me good news about my liver biopsy pathology report. The doctor eventually came in and said, well, they're still not 100% sure what the cause of inflammation is, but they are thinking that it is an autoimmune liver disease. They're going to send it off to Mayo Clinic to recheck it. I broke down because I was 19 years old being told I had a possible liver disease that had no cure at all, and it is very rare and it only has treatments. I fell into a deep depression, not sleeping or eating much at all because I could not believe that I most likely had something incurable. In 2 weeks, I would be told the final results from Mayo Clinic, and I was convinced I would not want to know at all. After missing a call after 2 long weeks, my mom had a voicemail for me from my doctor. He said that the Mayo Clinic told them that it was a viral infection, most likely mono. I could not believe the words I had just heard, and I could not believe that I would be okay and that my body would repair itself. I was so shocked. I am beyond thankful for my health, even more than ever, which made me want to dedicate myself to the nursing field to help others who are sick.